Happy Death Day is about a young college student who is murdered on the night of her birthday. And then gets trapped in a time loop. And so she keeps reliving the same day over and over and over again.
I have already lived through this day.
It's like Groundhog's Day meets Scream Queens, because it's kind of this kooky thriller horror film meets the coming-of-age story.
You know what your little scenario reminds me of?
What?
Groundhog Day.
What's that?
The biggest challenge of a time loop movie was how do you keep things interesting and keep it out of monotony? When you have to keep experiencing the same day over and over again, it's easy to fall into that trap.
So the challenge was how do we keep repeating a scene over and over and over and make it compelling to watch?
We really wanted to make each day feel different. And so we started the film with very steady camera moves. But then as her time loop evolves, the camera work changes. It starts to become shaky and frenetic. The whole movie starts to take on kind of a sickly vibe because we're living her nightmare. It's really challenging to shoot this kind of a movie, and I have to give credit to the actors. Because we're running through multiple days in the same location, we would shoot one angle and then run through all the different days.
She finally rolls in. She finally rolls in.
She finally rolls in.
Sometimes we'll be doing scene 17, but then we'll do 32 and then 86, but then go back to 19, and it's like, I'm not crazy in this to take. Okay, got it.
Hey, you okay?
So the actors, especially our lead actress, Jessica Roth, she had to know where she was at each moment as we ran through those scenes, and so it was really challenging to do that.
Your plan totally sucks.
What? Chris, our director, has been on top of setting us up mentally for, where we need to be in each moment.
Our director, Chris Landon, has done an incredible job creating a world that's both very grounded and heartfelt, but also kooky and off the wall.
What the hell's going on in there?
Nothing! Tree just fell! Everything's fine!
Whatever, clumsy hoes.
Someone said that it was the best feel-good horror movie they've ever seen. And I think that really does kind of sum up this movie.
Eat it, bitch!
I'm in love with this movie, and I really think that it's something special.
We got it, guys. We got it.
Whoever's killing you knows it's your birthday.
Pretty much the entire school knows it's my birthday.
You really don't know who it is. And so the mystery is real.
You have unlimited amount of lives, so you have unlimited opportunities to solve your own murder.
So I'm just supposed to keep dying until I figure out who my killer is?
The killer is scary. Having a guy chase you around in that mask is scary. The mask was a lot of fun designing. We spent a lot of time trying to figure out what was the right look and feel for this movie. And it had to be something that we could convince people was a credible mascot for a school.
Get your school spirit on before the big game.
And ended up on this baby because there was just something really odd and sinister and creepy about this idea.
Tree starts out on Happy Death Day as really unlikable. She's super annoying, she's kind of mean, she's kind of bitchy.
I mean, who takes their first date to Subway? It's not like you have a foot long.
Tree has a long list of enemies because she hasn't been that nice a person. So there are a lot of people who have it out for Tree.
I mean, it literally could be anyone.
She surrounded herself with all of these people that might kill her.
And she realizes that she has to make a list of suspects. And that list ends up being pretty long.
Okay, maybe it's Danielle.
Danielle is Tree's sorority sister, kind of best friend, and they're frenemies.
It's a love-hate relationship between the two of them.
It was nobody. Well, I hope nobody used a condom. We don't want somebody looking like a whore.
Tree has stolen countless boyfriends or love interests from Danielle. And so you can tell that there's a jealousy thing going on there.
You can make it up to me later.
Tree is trying to figure out who this murderer is, and so it makes her zoom in onto every single relationship around her.
Gregory, his wife.
Gregory is a professor at the school, and Tree and Gregory have been having an affair.
Your wife.
Hey, sweetie.
Stephanie clearly has obvious motivation for wanting to kill Tree since Tree's, having this affair with her husband. And then we have Lori, Tree's roommate.
She finally rolls in.
Lori's so put together, and Tree is all over the place.
I know I've been a bad roommate, but isn't this a bit much? What the hell?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because you wouldn't stop sleeping with him.
Lori was also having an affair with Gregory and became incredibly jealous.
He just kept choosing you over me.
I always kind of felt like it went beyond Gregory. I always kind of thought that Lori had some sort of like a weird, dark crush on Tree.
You've been killing me over some stupid guy?
Oh, that's not the only reason.
You're a dumb bitch, too!
See you again here now, asshole.
She dies in a bunch of ways. She's stabbed a lot.
I get stabbed many, many times. I drown. I get hit in the head with a baseball bat.
I think one of my favorites, she gets stabbed with a bong.
We actually never see her die. It always is right up until that moment.
I always felt like if you see her physically die, it kind of messes with this concept of a time loop. Because I always feel like the time loop is activated by this split second before her death. It's almost like it's pulling her back from the edge of death.
See you soon, asshole.
With each death, Tree's body begins to suffer internally.
She has internal injuries, and so through the course of the movie, she actually gets weaker.
And so the stakes are a little bit higher because she may not be able to come back.